I'm sorry, but she'll be better off with someone else.
Do you have Doc's cell number?
Yeah, but he's on a house call in Myers Flat. There's no reception.
Well, I need to get a hold of his contact at Child Protective Services.
Maybe in his office? Yeah, you want me to have a swing?
Yeah. She was abandoned on your front porch. Her vitals are good, but she's a little underweight. We need to call social services.
Yeah, they're in Eureka. They don't open for another hour.
Well, there's always an after-hours number.
Since this is my office and this baby is my patient, I will decide which course of action we're going to follow.
At least he didn't threaten to shoot you.
Oh, the day is young.
No, I don't want to alert the authorities. That's why I called you.
Oh boy, they said you were a looker and they weren't lying.
I only said you were mildly attractive.
I'll give Mimi a shout and then I'll activate the Virgin River phone tree.
Listen, just keep an eye open and call me if anyone fits that bill.
It's rude to keep a lady waiting.
It's rude coming in someone's office without knocking.
Your door was open. You promised to give Mel a 30-day trial.
29 days to go. It's like a kid counting down to Christmas.
You're an ass is what you are.
No time for sweet talk.
She gave me her notice.
Well, then save your fury for Miss Monroe. I mean, she's the one who's looking to cut and run. You put a little honey on that, she'll latch right on.
There's a risk of botulism.
Oh, good heavens.
It's a real risk.
So is starvation.
Feeding issues are a subspecialty.
Oh, Christ on a cracker. Not in the real world, they aren't.
Is Connie activating the phone tree?
Oh, with her usual gusto.
So that covers all of Virgin River.
You know, it's possible somebody dropped her off while they were passing through.
Doc's gonna look into that. Mel gave notice because you won't let her do what she came here to do.
Well, take over my practice.
You've relegated her to coffee and filing, and that's not doing anyone any good.
Well, if she came crying to you, what she is city soft.
In her old job, she used to deal with dope fiends and criminals, but it's you she can't work with. Think about that. She told me to start looking for her replacement, and I really can't blame her.
You know what? If Doc could just get out of his own way, he would see she's exactly what this town needs. You know, I'm heading over to the cabin. You know, I could speed things up with the remodel. Yeah, maybe if she had a place to call home.
That'll be a lot of extra work for you.
But we want her to stay, right?
Yes, we do.
Maybe if you took your time looking for her replacement.
I haven't even started, and frankly, it wasn't easy to get Mel here, so...
Maybe between two of us, we could turn her around.
Yes. Let's see if we can make Virgin River a little more attractive to her.
She's hungry. I can't get her to take a bottle. I put in my notice, okay?
Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna make up the guest room for you. You can come in as late as you want.
No, I told Hope that I'd wait until they found a replacement.
I don't understand why you're pushing everyone away. It's like you don't even want to feel better.
Cross my heart, hope to die.
You weren't kidding when you said this was going to be a lot of work.
On the upside, at $20 an hour, you could end up saving enough to pay for your first semester of college.
No need. As soon as I graduated, I'm enlisting.
It's not the same as when I signed up. You know, these days, you're gonna need a college degree for almost any kind of job you're gonna want.
The job I want is to be a Marine.
Only if you apply to a couple of schools as backup.
I have 4 grown children. None of them are planning on making me a grandmother anytime soon, so I thought you could put this all to good use.
That's called dream feeding. You do it when they're mostly asleep, and if you're lucky, their sucking reflex kicks in.
I have a bone to pick with you. I'm all the way through the phone tree when Stacy shows up to tell me that Joy heard Hope talking to Doc. She thought she heard Doc say that you wanted to give that beautiful baby away.
Look, social services is set up to handle this kind of situation better than we are.
I'm sure Lily, along with everybody else I've spoken to, agrees with me.
I think she's just trying to help the baby and do what's right, so...
Look, we don't need outsiders telling us how to live.
He gets in less trouble when he's in Virgin River.
So far, he's broken 5 plates, 3 glasses, and is currently on my last nerve.
Hey, look, I want to give him a reason to stick around this time.
And we both know denial is a dangerous thing.
So that's the little one's got everyone so worked up.
Hey, I already dropped the pies off to Preacher.
Oh, no, I'm here for a latte.
Why, Jack Sheridan, I never thought I'd see the day I'd steam milk for you.
No, not for me, for Mel.
Ah, suddenly everything seems right in the world again.
Look, I know it happens, but I can't wrap my head around why a mother would abandon her baby.
Maybe she didn't have a choice but to do as she did. I mean, no mother in her right mind wants to give up their child. I know I'd die to protect my son. I'm not a big fan of child welfare agencies. It's just, you see it on the news all the time. Sometimes the people that are supposed to make things better end up making things worse.
Yeah, I think Preacher could use a hand flipping pancakes tomorrow, if it's okay with your mom.
We didn't have the best phone call.
Don't beat yourself up. You've been under a lot of stress.
Well, she practically raised me, so she's used to bossing me around.
Mm-hmm.
She's a force of nature.
Obviously runs in the family.
Never in my career have I seen a doctor just throw procedure out the window and leave nothing in its place. If he'd worked anywhere other than Virgin River, he might understand where I'm coming from. They have one of the best transplant centers in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess, he got fired for making up his own rules?
Look, I spent 20 plus years following protocol in the course, so I get why this is so hard for you.
Yeah, systems are in place for a reason.
Yeah, but the thing you gotta remember about this town, it's a bit off the beaten path, so people have learned to rely on each other more than the outside world. So the rules out there, sometimes, they just don't apply here.
Great minds.
Oh, yeah.
How's the head?
Better.
And the job?
Well, never a dull moment, which I like.
You're an adrenaline junkie?
Well, only in certain situations.
The medicine he gave me doing a trick.
Yeah.
Still a little sore.
That's what happens when you get stabbed with a pair of trimming shears.
Should get out of here a few weeks ago.
Obviously worn out. Like any woman who spends a whole day with an infant, you need a break.
No, I've only been able to get her to take a couple ounces. I really need to keep working with her.
You're stressed. Babies pick up on stress.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying anything. I'm saying you need a break. Take her somewhere where she can relax a little.
Yeah, half an hour wouldn't hurt.
I don't know what I'm more surprised at, that you built a batting cage for yourself in the middle of the woods, or that I'm holding a bat and wearing a helmet. Are we really doing this?
How do you usually burn off stress?
I run.
One of those people, huh?
What is that supposed to
You
mean?
know, those people who constantly crave productivity. My theory is that runners are the same people who stress clean.
And for your information, I ran track in high school.
All right, you want to give it a whirl? Well, I wonder if Doc had any luck locating the baby's mother.
Well, hopefully social services can locate her or a relative.
We don't really see eye to eye on things.
She's the reason I decided to become a nurse. That nurse got me through one of the hardest days of my life.
One was my soulmate, one was the bane of my existence, and one was the best 3 months of my life. I don't have regrets. I make choices, and then I live with the consequences. You've got to do what you think is best.
I found some extra onesies. You can never have too many. I feel terrible I didn't step in and say something.
But I'm used to dealing with people when they're stressed and angry.
I would be happy to look after Chloe for a little while, so you at least go take a shower and change.
Wow, you really do have the touch.
I don't want to bust tables tonight.
Want to break dishes?
Hey, sleep on it. Brady, we'll talk about it tomorrow, okay? Look, he's trying to make a fresh start. Just ease up a bit.
How many times can one person start over?
As many as it takes. Jesus, you're one of the most forgiving people I know, but not when it comes to Brady.
Hell, he thinks any straight job is beneath him.
Well, there was a young woman at one of the pot camps outside of town, and she was 7 months pregnant last time I saw her. I tracked her into Clear River, and I came up empty.
Well, Jack gave me the impression that those camps aren't very clean.
Oh, no running water, limited electricity, not the best sanitation, no.
Right, well, the baby was left in a clean onesie with a clean blanket and a note written on a clean piece of paper. It doesn't really sound like the camps.
I have other leads, and I'm gonna start in the morning.
I called that after-hours number in Eureka. Social services is coming to get her tomorrow.
You had no right to...
No, I have a responsibility and a duty to act in the best interest of that baby. And I shouldn't have waited all day to do it, but I did so out of respect for you. But the baby's welfare is more important than your ego.
You know, I know this is just a formality since you've already given notice to Hope, but...
What kept you?